Hey friends, ready to head back down the arcade? Come with me now for more romance and soul searching among the pinball machines. It's Arcade Spirits. Hello friends, welcome back. We are here on the loading screen because I think that if I hit this save file, it's going to launch us straight to the chapter, and I didn't want you to miss a single second following last time's excitement. Exciting as that was, we did end on the slight cloud of Arcade TC telling us how lovely as the date was with Teo. It was a moment to cling to in the difficult times ahead, so yay for difficult times ahead, and I guess let's find out what they're going to be. Chapter 6, hit the lever by the looks of it. Let's hit the lever. Surely you pull the lever. Boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. Beep boop. I do love that. Level 6, hit the lever. As always, we begin with our customary shot. It is the future year 20XX, and my dream has come true. Oh. Okay, let's be honest. If you'd asked me 2 months ago if my dream involved being the event coordinator at a video arcade, I'd have kind of just stared at you funny. Even now it sounds ridiculous. But it's true. I'm here, I'm successful, I'm happy. And this is my dream. Oh, look how happy I am! I'm actually wearing something very similar to that right now as well. Wow. Life imitates art, imitates life. Ever since Funplex hype, business has been booming. Funplex is packed with players day in and day out. Kids, teens, college crowd, the nostalgic ones looking for the old games they remember. I've run 3 events so far. We've started rotating our games out of storage and into play to keep things fresh. The high scoreboards are constantly shifting. In fact, things are going so well, Gavin has hinted that maybe we should start looking into a second location. Wow, thinks that must be a big turnaround. But this will always be home. Seeing the smiles on co-workers and gamers alike, watching my friends laugh and play in good spirits, that's working for me, and it's bringing me joy in turn. I won't argue why, in fact I barely understand why. But I'm happy, and that's better than I have been in years of going with the flow. Going with the flow never brought me this much enjoyment. I'd say by this point I've soundly oh, this is just tempting fate, isn't it? This is just commentator's curse. I've soundly broken the family curse. Maybe everything doesn't have to fall apart from under me. Maybe I can just be happy. Maybe this is where I'm meant to be. Delivery guy, sign here please. Huh? Bicycle messenger nudges a slim envelope my way again, trying to catch my attention. I'm snapped out of my happy little trance immediately. Right, no problem. After jotting down my signature, he drops off the envelope and heads right on out the door. No time for Mookie or a round of pinball, it seems. He's got deliveries to make. Well, yeah, to be fair, he's working, so, you know, he's not going to stop and play arcade games. Curious, I open it up. TC loves games. Always forget the last minute. You are cordially invited to dine and discuss business matters at Deco's Palace with CEO Deco Nami. Meeting time will be 7 in the evening sharp. You may bring a guest of your choosing. Free Royal Value swipe card available for enjoyment of games prior to meeting. This is very business, like formal business language, isn't it? It's a bit what exactly? I read it through a few more times, trying to parse all the curly cues and swirls and swooshes, although that doesn't clear my confusion of the whole matter. Soon Francine looks up from her knitting, curious about the letter as well, although she seems to already have an idea of what it says. I suppose it's about that time, isn't it? Huh?
Oh dear.
Time for that fellow to make another attempt at wooing me. What? Double her? Rather, at wooing my beloved Funplex. Let me guess, Deco Nami of Deco's Palace sent you a fancy invitation with all sorts of fancy writing. That is accurate, yes. It's not the first time. He invited my dear Frederick and I over in 1980X to talk about selling the Funplex, and we turned him down flat. Then in 1990X, when home game consoles were poised to take back the arcade crowd, he suggested we sell. We turned him down. Now it's 20XX and he's at it again. A gentleman would know when to quit, but he's got tenacity and I can't fault him for that. Why would a big-time arcade operator like Deco Nami care that much about us? We're small-time. No offence. Come now, if anyone should be offended, it's you, calling yourself small-time, TC dear. You've put in so much work. Oh, sorry, I put the comma in the wrong place in my head there. Come now, if anyone should be offended, it's you, calling yourself small-time. TC dear, you've put in so much work to make my little arcade soar. I bet that's why he's knocking on our door again. We're thriving, and that's lured him back in. Like Gruyere cheese in the mousetrap. So wait, are we the cheese or the trap?
My oh my.
Depends on how clever you are, my dear. Oh god, this feels sinister. Right, so I'm the cheese, although I prefer to be a nice mozzarella. Cheese types aside, do you want me to ignore this invite then? Oh heavens no. Contrary to what people say about the fella, he's very much a man of his word. I always accept his invitation, always hear him out. It's only fair and proper. I thought he was like the arcade scene's greatest evildoer.
Let's be sensible.
Yeah, fair. You're over-egging things there. That's a bit grandiose, no? Certainly plenty of rumours about his questionable methods, but that's all they are, rumours. Politeness should be met with politeness. That's how you conduct proper business, and that's what the Funplex is all about. She moves to rise from her seat near the ticket desk, but pauses, leaning heavily onto the glass countertop while looking strained. Oh dear. I sense things are not going to bode well for Francine. I move to help, but she waves me away and sits back down. Don't worry about little old me. I just stood up too quickly, that's all. I'm just out of breath. But, TC, I think it'd be best if you go in my stead. Me? Well, the invite was to me, to be fair, so logically I should be the one going. Let's be serious now. These old bones aren't as spry as they once were. And I think you'd have a good time there. Well, an interesting time, at any rate. I'll look my dapperest for the villainous gentleman. You can count on me, I'll represent the Funplex. Or shouldn't Gavin go? He outranks me. That is a very valid question about shouldn't Gavin go, because Gavin is the business head of the operation. But I kind of want to say this. I'll look my dapperest, dapper and fruity for the villainous gentleman. Then I shall don my Sunday's best to meet with a moustache-twirling ruffian of arcade legend with pride. It's not that upscale, dear, no matter what glitz Deco Nami favours. They still sell cheap beer by the pitcher, and they rarely scrape gum from under the tables. So go there and turn him down. Got it. The slowness of her response is a bit concerning. I trust you to make the right decision for everyone. What, mate? You want me to decide whether to sell your arcade or not? I am literally the newest person to this whole endeavour. Which is to not sell the Funplex, right?
Well, I don't feel that's my call to make anymore, dear. Maybe you haven't noticed, but I spend most of my time at home these days. Or napping. Or napping at home. The Funplex isn't really about me. Not anymore. It's so much more than Francine's Arcade Funplex now. It's about you. It's about your co-workers. It's about all our regulars. You've made me realize that. And I'm thankful.
This is your dream as well as mine. Your kingdom is mine to rule, but seriously, I wasn't trying to take over your home, Francine. Well, it was her dream as well, was it not, to see it a success and stuff? So we're all in this together. You're the one that started this place, Francine. You had a dream of a place where people can have fun, relax, make friends. I feel like even entertaining the idea of selling it is, well, it feels wrong. Disrespectful to you and your dream. Oh, you're a peach, dear. But times are always changing. I'm an old fuddy-duddy stuck in her ways. Maybe the time has come to change how the Funplex does things. VR, mate, you need some VR. We're almost back to the heyday of 1980X thanks to the changes you've made. So I won't say you can't decide to sell. it's a change you think we need, do it. But if we sell, logically that could just put us all out of jobs, so that's probably not the smartest thing to do, right? Please keep an open mind. She sighs deeply, looking more tired than usual. It's only afternoon and I'm already worn out. Haven't even done anything but sit here and knit all day. Knitting takes a lot of concentration, that's not nothing. If you're feeling pooped, you could take a few days off, go home, get some rest. All the same, I'd rather come in for work tomorrow, even if there is little work for me to do. I love being here, this is my true home. And yet you want me to keep an open mind about this deal?
Like I've told you, life can be a difficult series of trade-offs. What I want and what should be are often different things. I'm relying on you to do right by everyone I love. If selling is in their best interest to keep this dream going, so be it.
Oh, God.
No matter what you decide, I'm proud of you. I knew there was something special about you when I hired you to replace my grandson. You are the brightest spirit at the Funplex. And while we may not be blood, I'm happy to consider you part of my family.
Oh God, so many choices. You're the grandma I never had, Francine. Francine, you have my sincere thanks. Wow, signed, yours sincerely. Does that mean I can borrow the car, Mom? I'll defend the Funplex with my life. Wouldn't your real family object to that? Wow, okay, that's quite a varied array of choices. So I know my family had this so-called curse and stuff, and my parents lost their jobs when I was a kid, and therefore we've been sort of scraping by ever since. But I don't know that I didn't have good grandparents in this, so I may have had two nice grandmas. So the top one feels a little bit over the top kind of thing. Francine, you have my sincere thanks just sounds like a letter from the bank. Does that mean I can borrow the car? Turning something into a bit of a jokey situation. I'll defend the Funplex with my life. Seems a bit odd, given that defending it might be not what she wants me to do. She might want me to sell it, if it means that it secures people's jobs and it makes things get bigger and better. I may be vastly overthinking this, let's be honest. Wouldn't your real family object to that? She'll probably say something like, oh no, they love you dear, or something. So I'm going to go with the jokey response because I don't think any of the others really fit. You know, taking the bus out here every day really sucks. Can I borrow the family car? Ha! I haven't owned a car in ages. Rideshare's the only way to go. Better for the environment too. With another deep sigh, she eases herself out of her chair. Now, I think I'll take your suggestion and head on home. Well, for today anyway. I'll be here bright and early in the morning to hear how things went with Mr. Nami. I know you'll make the right decision. Hang on, so I got this invitation today and it's for today? For tonight? That's not very long to think about it, is it? Good night, TC. Be well. Okay. Make the right decision. Okay. Lord. Nope. Still not keen to sell out my dream. Why do I have to decide now? Not keen to sell out on my dream. I'll try to leave my options open and hear him out. Arcades can't stagnate. Maybe change is inevitable. Jesus, but we've already improved things considerably. We literally went through that whole soliloquy at the start about how the events that we've put on have got things going. We're rotating the games around and that's helping things out. We've got loads of different types of people coming in. So I don't think we are stagnating. I think we've stopped. We were stagnating, and now since I've come along and saved the goddamn day, we're actually improving. So, but I kind of hear what he want to hear what he has to say. So I'm not going to go with the top one, in case it just literally cuts out a load of conversation. I think the middle one probably will let us hear what he's got to say, but then still have the option to say no. Hopefully. Hopefully. This is weird. Seriously weird. All this work, all this effort, finally finding my dream, as strange as that sounds, and I need to consider dumping it all? Maybe it's not selling out. I haven't actually heard his proposal yet, and if we somehow could partner with him on our own terms, that doesn't sound like it's likely to happen, mate. I think it's all or nothing. That might be what we need to push the Funplex over the top and placate a rival. We'd be the sister boutique to his department store. Still, I'm not willing to say one way or another. Not yet. We'll see. Literally, I literally found out about this like just now, and it wants me to make a decision. Who do I take as my +1? I wonder. Beep beep, TC. You want to come as my date? I'm your girl Friday, but I'm afraid you're not my type. My type being USB compatible, of course. Ha 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 ha. Banana. I sensed you were in a state of deep ponderance and wanted to help. You're thinking of who to take to the meeting. Yeah, I mean, Teo is the obvious choice. I mean, he is, though, isn't he, really? I'm sure he'd have some opinions on Deco's palace. True, as part of the Funplex family, Teo would be a good pick. But this is a business meeting. You may want to consider widening your options. Don't just take your boyfriend. He will support your decision either way. It's clear that he trusts you. True. Okay, then. Ooh, okay, so Gavin, he does business in a business-like way. Naomi, she can assess the quality of their games. Ashley has got a good eye for local culture. Queen Bee knows the gamer scene. Percy knows business and gaming in equal amounts. Teo understands arcade social communities. See, my first thought was going to be that it should be Gavin, because Gavin is the business head, like, as it says, does business in a business-like way. However, he has admitted in the past that he does kind of over-focus on the numbers and the business and sometimes forgets about the people element and that kind of side of things. He doesn't sort of view it as a personal situation kind of thing. He just views it as numbers and profit and logic and that kind of thing. So I might actually rule Gavin out on that score. I don't think having an eye for local culture with Ashley, I don't think is really relevant in terms of deciding whether or not to accept a business proposal. I'm not sure the quality of their games does the same thing. I'm equally not sure that knowing the gamer scene or understanding the arcade social communities helps. I think the only one we could logically take is Percy. Because we did have that, if you recall, there was a conversation on the boardwalk about streaming and goals and kind of like aiming. He seems quite rational, quite sensible, probably the closest to like me in real life kind of thing. Queen Bee was all for like, yeah, it's all or nothing, go big or go home, and he was like, no, you probably should, you know, be a bit more careful, a bit more cautious and stuff. So I think what we'll do is we'll take Percy. He's been taking it easy since his heart attack. Oh, the heart attack! Ooh. Oh, I hope that's not the terrible weeks ahead. I hope it's nothing to do with that. Oh, God. Only making a few passes through Moopy a day, relaxing and casually playing other games in between. I wave him over as he's walking away from a round of Donkey Kong. TM.
Lovely day.
Hello there. Lovely day, isn't it? What a terrible English accent. Lovely indeed, although it's about to get a bit less lovely. I know you're not exactly an employee of the Funplex, even if you do own a small slice of it in the form of Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze, but I could use your help. Deco Nami wants to meet with me to discuss a business venture. Hopefully a mutually beneficial one, but who knows? I see. Rather serious, that.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd like to tap my business acumen to help assess whether he's serious or simply looking to scoop up a rival? That's exactly why I'm hiring you, Percy. You know the talk. Talk the talk. Something like that, yeah. Very well, I shall put my best business face on, but I'd rather not wear a tie if it's all the same to you. That's fine, mate. I'm going in my hoodie. I think you can skip ties. I never take this hoodie off, ever. I'll just go gather up my things, shall I? We're going right now. We're going right now, guys. It's literally like we got the letter and literally we're leaving now. Bizarre. Don't make a big deal out of this. Don't make a big deal out of this. Don't make a big deal out of this. We go there, study out how it works, make an informed decision. One way or another, the Funplex will be just fine. It's going to be fine. Everything is fine. It's not going to be fine, is it? This is setting me up for things not being fine, and I don't know how. I do know how I feel about that. I feel very uneasy. Oh. Percy offers to drive us across town to Deco's palace. Contrary to the talk before, we don't exchange many words. I'm deep in thought, running through all the possibilities of what could happen, and I can't shake this feeling that something is off. Even looking at the glowing neon temple in the distance, my stomach knots and I feel uneasy. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what this looks like, this massive, big mega arcade. When we finally pull up, a valet takes the car, and glitzy blinking lights blind our eyes. Hesitantly, I look over to Percy. That smile reassures me enough to continue onwards. This is for me, my friends, and the Funplex. I got this! I got this, guys. I pause momentarily, inhaling the cool air around me, and then open the door. What are we going to see? Oh, that is not as blinky and flashy as I was expecting. I was expecting a way more neon. Deco's palace. Even the fluorescent light in the ceiling is sort of flickering now and then, as if it's not quite fixed. I've actually been here before. I think my 6th birthday party was here. I barely remembered it, but I think I had fun, maybe. But entering it as an adult, my first reaction is... Okay, my first reaction is, boy, is that a weird smell. A mix of chicken, grease, beer, and sweaty kids. Oh, that sounds lovely. My second reaction is, geez, is it noisy. Visually noisy, sound type noisy. All of the chaos of a Vegas casino. A jumble of lights and bells and whiz-bangs. Once we acclimate to the new environment, we're escorted in and given VIP Royal Value swipe cards. No tokens, no quarters, just a card of indeterminate points to spend. I feel like I don't want to spend anything here, I just don't want to even be here. But anyway, we've got a little over an hour to kill before the meeting. Time to see what's at the palace. Can't say I care much for the atmosphere of this place, it's hardly cosy, is it? Has he lost weight? He looks... trimmer. Do you think since his heart attack he's been working out a bit and he's like actually lost some weight? I swear to God, I thought he looked a bit rounder in the middle previously. I don't know. They just look sort of a little bit more workout proportioned kind of thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm just seeing him in a different light. Now that I'm attached to Teo, it's like I'm going to start seeing other guys going, oh, maybe I should have. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess.
That's a shame.
I know I say I play my best in the chaos and noise of an authentic arcade, but this feels skewed in all different directions. It's a bit too intense. He does seem pretty uneasy ever since stepping through the doors. Herm. Is this, safe for you with your condition? Suck it up, Percy, we've got work to do. We can head back if you want, I'd understand. Oh, well, I can't say suck it up because that's just horrible, isn't it? I really don't want him to leave though, so I'm gonna ask him. Are you doing okay? Your heart, you only got out of the hospital a few weeks ago. Oh Tosh, I'm fine. I doubt Deco's Palace can carve a few months off what's left of my lifespan. I'd be more worried if Francine came along. You've noticed, haven't you? She's getting worse. Yeah, I've noticed. Probably for the best that we're here in her stead. We'll do right by her, love, no worries. I suggest we split up, roam around a bit, scout it out. I'll study the games. You're welcome to join me. If not, I'll rejoin you later. Okay, some time to kill, but not that much time to kill. I need to be choosy. What do I want to check out while waiting for my dinner date with Destiny? Let's get a drink, I'm thirsty as heck. I want to see what games they have. Sounds like a tournament's going on, let's watch. Is getting a drink really the best way to assess what sort of an arcade this is? It's going to be beer, isn't it, by the sound of what we smelt when we walked in. He's checking out the games, so maybe if we look at the tournament? Let's watch the tournament. From the sound of it, there's a big tournament running in a dedicated esports section near the back. I wander through the games to join the crowd. Okay, I'll admit to being impressed. They've got no fewer than 10 Fist of Discomfort machines, all of them occupied by players in pro-team jerseys and jackets. The crowd's red hot, cheering on their heroes as the back and forth resource battle of the world's most popular fighting strategy game plays out before them. Although the banner hanging above it all does make me shudder. Oh my god, I saw that before. I just yeah, okay, you'll have seen it too, obviously. Deco's Palace presents the Choco Energy Max Power Quench and Pizza Yums Friday Night Fisting. Can you say that okay? Clearly you can. Right, okay.
When you have pizza on a bagel.
See, even these gamers know that when pizza's on a bagel, you can. Oh god, please no, I haven't had one of those in weeks, not since I started being able to afford real food. You just don't appreciate the sublime majesty of combining two of the greatest bread-related snack products into one hybrid masterpiece. Hang on, I sense a disturbance in the crowd. Rando Calrissian. Don't know what that means. What was that? Rubbish? I call hacks, you cheater. Two competitors step away from their game, start shouting and shoving each other. I hope this doesn't escalate. And now it's a full-on fight, like an actual awkward grapple and punch fight. Oh wow, look at this dude. Yeah, kick his ass! You look terrifying. You look moderately less terrifying. Don't take any of that crap from him! Destroy that mother clucker! Violent altercation detected. Do you want me to call emergency services? Deco's palace has security guards. They should be able to handle this. The two gamers both flail wildly at each other. One swing actually makes contact, blood dribbling down the corner of her mouth. Any second now. Except the people with black shirts that have security printed across their chest just stand there letting it happen. No one is doing anything to stop this. The crowd is eating it up, feeding off the cutthroat energy. I am not the person to get involved in this confrontational situation. Literally the last person. I'd be out the door by now. Only after half a minute of this nonsense does the security actually step in. Much to the crowd's dismay, the two angry gamers are still cursing and kicking as they're finally pulled apart. Wow, tough crowd. So much for friendly competition. I don't think I can really learn from anything from this. I run clean events at the Funplex and have a zero tolerance policy for salty bastards. Love that. Funplex, zero tolerance on salty bastards. Time to move on. Right, okay, so Percy went to check out the game, so I guess if we go to the... It's going to be a bar, isn't it? So we're just going to see that it has a bar and that leads to bad things and we don't want to merge with these guys. Now I've got a big old dinner coming soon, but this place is sucking the moisture right out of my body somehow. I sidle up to the bar looking to wet my whistle and maybe get a snack. A fairly bored bartender notices my approach and puts on a fake smile for my benefit. That bottle of ketchup on the left, just dribbling over the edge of the bar. How lovely. What does the... I was trying to read what the thing behind him says. The all mouldy diet water, stinky drinky, literally just napkins in a cup. They never made this before special. Bizarre. Welcome to Deco's Palace. How may I help you? Alcohol will require proof of identification. Rattled off in an even monotone by someone who gave up caring years ago. I enjoy a beer as much as the next girl, but I think I'll stay stone cold sober before butting heads with Deco Nani. Yeah, hi, can I get a diet soda and some fries? Wow, he's a laugh a minute, isn't he? Is this how long I'm waiting? Am I still waiting for them? Do you want me to play some recorded music? Studies show it helps with long waits. Wondering what the hold-up is, I try to find the bartender again, despite the elbow-to-elbow crowd. Not seeing an elbow-to-elbow crowd, but okay. There we go. He's busy chatting with some teenager, probably another customer. Hey, excuse me. Quickly, the customer mumbles something and takes a small object, a USB drive, from the bartender, and notices me looking. Sorry, I just had a thing to do. I'll get out of your way. Sorry to bother you. What was it you wanted again? Diet soda, French fries? Coming right up. I'm worried he's going to vanish from the face of the earth again, but soon he's back with some pre-prepared fries and a bubbly soda. Okay, how many points does this cost? Points are just for games, cash or credit, or phone pay. I absently wave my phone in his direction. Money for you! Ka-ching! Oh god, I dread to think how much that's just cost me. Right, it's time to sample this appetizer. Is it yummy? Is it even edible? It's... I guess these are technically fries? Or something approaching an adequate approximation of deep-fried potato snack. Want me to add that to your online review? What? No, no online review. Last thing we want to do is annoy Deco Nami with a 2-star report on his fried foodstuffs. I thought this place was supposed to be, you know, good food and good times, not plausibly acceptable foods and yet to be had good times. Weirdly enough, I did a search and there's not a single negative review of the food here.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I see why. TC, more than half of these reviews were written by bots. I can tell the earmarks one AI to another. There are recognisable heuristic patterns. So he stubs his own electronic ballot boxes. Who is this guy, a tin pot dictator? Well, that's the weird thing. The sites I'm checking have some really good anti-bot control mechanisms. Like, I can't even post to some of them, and I'm super awesome. This is weird. Do you want me to look into this more? If you trust me to, I mean. Yeah, sure, absolutely dig around. I mean, how this is probably putting my foot in it before it happens, but how could he know that my phone has been looking into things? I don't know. Dig around a bit. I trust you, Iris. Snoop around, but very quietly, okay? Okay, I don't know if you'll come up with much, but thanks for believing in me. I decide to finish off my snack and drink quickly so that I can get back to exploring the palace. What next? Actually, the meeting is right around the corner. No more time to explore. Yeah, we only had an hour and we've wasted half of that waiting for fries. After seeing a little bit of what Deco's palace has to offer, I'm cautiously hesitant. There are certainly some things we can work on, but maybe a partnership can smooth out those callous edges.
Beep beep.
Beep beep, TC. It's now 7 PM sharp. Deco Nami is waiting for you. And he'll have to wait another week because that is where we're calling it. Yeah, this is giving me all sorts of nope, back away, get out vibes. Not liking this place at all. I'm guessing the terrible thing that is going to happen in the weeks ahead is that somehow we're going to get purchased by this thing, this corporate monstrosity, and or something terrible, or he's going to try and like sabotage us because we've rejected him, or something terrible like that. But I don't even know if I want to think about it right now. So after the high of last episode, we'll have to end this on a sort of very uncomfortable, uneasy feeling of, oh God, where's this going to go next? Tune in next time, and together we will find out. See you then. So if you enjoyed this video, thanks very much, I'm really grateful. This is the bit where I'm meant to tell you to smash the subscribe button, but I'm sure you already know how to do that, should you want to. Instead, if you'd like to chat with me about games live, please drop me a follow on Twitch. Also, as you can see, I have a Patreon. It's not just a place to beg for your money though, it's the hub for all things TC Loves Games. News, info, thoughts, plans, and more. It's totally free to follow me on there and be part of my journey through the world of games. But if you'd like to pledge as well, there are some lovely rewards available for you. I'll see you next time. Much love.